Turkey's problem, or the Muslim problems in the last, I will say, 1,000 years, I will say almost, starting with the 11th century, 10th century, is to define the freedom with the border of the, I will say, religion. And in Turkey, the politicians have started to use the religion as a politic tool since the 1950s with Adnan Menderes administration. And it has been used rigorously without any limitation so far. That's why we have lived all these problems so far with Fethullah Gülen and all others things, because of religion. That's a fact, and no dispute here, right? Now, when it comes to the secularism, where the Atatürk founder, the people who believe that Atatürk is defending too much, they have been using the Atatürk's legacy so much, and every word with Atatürk, they have spent it already. Now we are coming again to the root of the problem, how freedom and how development, how innovation will live together with religion. Because last week we have seen that the Erdogan administration had taken 2 reporters under custody due to some of their writings, regardless whether Turkey has, AKP administration is correct or not, or has a right or not. To some limit, I think they are right, to be honest. Some, especially one of the reporter has written, I think, way beyond what she really meant. But the warning should be given, these kind of things. You know, the government is not only, government always hears everything in any country, right? But government doesn't mean that whatever you hear, you are going to act upon. And they could use different tools to warn these reporters, saying that, look, we have noticed that you have been implying that, let's say, the Turkish army is, according to her statement, is like a terrorist, right? And it could be said that we have noticed this. We do not believe that is correct. But if you are going to use it, blah, blah, we are going to use our right to defend the constitution, let's say, and the army also, of course. Or it could be with a press statement, it could be openly said, you know, and these reporters are not idiots. They will understand that. And in any statement without a hard evidence could be used against them in the court, right? So that's the thing. But in AKP government administration, they have used this as an evidence or as a tool to use a robust, or show a robust, let's say, force on these reporters, saying that we are the government, we have all the tools and we can do whatever we want. And that already shows that the idea of the religion and the freedom are not, in administration of Erdogan's, are not working together, cannot continue together. Because there is a success that Turkey has earned, let's say, in Syria. That's correct, no deny. However, on the other hand side, once you look at that, Erdogan wants to use this power or this favoritism, let's say, or favors now, because his popularity is very high in Turkey, and without any denying the fact that he has no opposition before him, he used his popularism to utilize his force and apply it to the reporters, which was, for Turkey, in the long term, it's a very bad idea. But this, again, is coming from the basic problems, how the religion and the freedom are living together. Erdogan thinks that Turkey has to go with the religion's way as much as possible, but of course he doesn't deny that there's also freedom fact. But he wants, let's say, 80% religion and 20% maybe freedom, and I call it maybe, because he also knows that without the freedom, some of the things supposed to be done also within his administration cannot be done. Now everybody is talking that Turkey has been developing weapons and other things, but one thing that he should and nobody should forget, all these engineers are coming not from his era. All these engineers who develop these kind of things are coming in between the generation between 1980s and 1990s or 95 top, and it has nothing to do with him. Those engineers are being educated with the education system that the Birviz administration had put it, and that already shows that how Turkey was successful in that time. So that's not a debate either too. So, but also there's a fact that his willingness to utilize these engineers on the favor of Turkey and to develop the Turkish military is also Erdogan's success. So whenever he thinks, I believe Erdogan thinks like that, he still favors the religion, maybe 70-80% I will call it, and 20% with the freedom that we think it must be. But it is not only 50-50 and this and that. We have to find a tune, we call it, where religion and freedom should work together and should live together. One's freedom should not betray or step on another's freedom. It's a very delicate issue, I know, but Turkey has a dream, has a plan for future. All these military equipments and other things Turkey has been doing, and the business investments in the Africa and other places are already indicated that Turkey has been considering a 50 years, 30 years plans ahead. Believing that it might be all related with Central Asia, Northern Africa, Horn of Africa, Suez Channel, Cyprus, Balkans, even to some, the Turkic states, and even with the Ukraine and all of other things. Turkey has to set up these things as an example, and unless this has been done successfully, we cannot be an attractive country to others, especially to other Muslim countries. Therefore, Turkey's problem is very important at this moment, and it needs to be addressed very quickly and I would say strongly. And we have to use the laws to combine together with the religion. If somebody wants to practice his own or her own religion, and this should not be, barrier in any way. In 1970s, 80s, what has been done, asking the girls, the young ladies, to take their scarves while they are in the school, especially in the universities, were wrong. It was a suppress on them, and they feel it like this, and that's now what the other people like me, especially, is paying against. You have done this, now it's your time to pay this. So whatever has been done in Erdogan's era is always and always will be found as reasonable by them, because they have lived these bad things. But it is not the fact. I mean, if Turkey wants to have this, we have to strongly address this problem and find a tune how the religion and the freedom and the laws work together. Otherwise, Turkey's plan for the next 20 years, 30 years, or whatever, 50 years will not be succeeded. It cannot be successful. Erdogan is a very, I would say, very unique example. And after Erdogan, there is no one like Erdogan who can keep his policies alive. That's why we have to find the best way to set up the policies at this time, to go for if Turkey wants to go successfully to implement these policies in future. And now I'm looking at like Hakan Fidan, who is the foreign minister of Turkey. He's not like Erdogan. He is more conservative also, but he's not that conservative too. He is a political figure where everybody might join around. He doesn't like extremism in neither the secular part, nor also from the religious part. So he's a kind of, that's what Turkey makes this. Otherwise, we can't have this. And we have to find a tune where we can live together. Otherwise, Turkey cannot be an attractive country. This has been a problem since, I think, 10th or 11th century, and still ongoing. And we are seeing the signs of these problems still with this Turkish administration. But if Turkey wants to be successful with their plans, we have to solve this problem, and immediately, within 5 to 10 years. Otherwise, there is no way that Turkey can be successful, because once we want to go up, there will be always a weight, like this, taking this down. And this is what Turkey is now facing with. So what we want to be influential, and we want an important regional power in the country, not in the country, but also in the region and globally. So what we need, we have to find a tune. How we are going to find out? Well, there are a lot of ways, but at this moment there's only one figure that I see might be able to find this, Hakan Fidan. Not from the opposition party. I have lost my confidence already with Özgür Özel and İmamoğlu, that's for sure. And after Erdogan's era, I think maybe Hakan Fidan might be the next president, let's say. Maybe he can, to some level. I'm sure he might, if he wants to. But as I said, we have to find a tune. Otherwise, Turkey will fail with its own plan. Let me know what you think about this. Have a nice day.